Based on real events, if you ever see a woman in a red dress and a red headscarf on an empty road, don't slow down. Don't look at her, and most importantly, don't stop. I made all three mistakes at once. It happened late at night. The kind of night when the road feels endless and your headlights only tear small pieces out of the darkness. A light rain was falling. Reflections smeared across the windshield, and I was driving slowly, too slowly. That's when I saw her. A woman standing at the very edge of the road. She was wearing a long red dress, soaked at the hem, clinging to her legs from the rain. On her head was a red headscarf, tied tightly under her chin. The red was wrong, too vivid, as if the color didn't belong to the night at all. I instinctively slowed down, and at that exact moment, she stepped onto the road. I slammed the brakes. The steering wheel jerked. A dull, heavy impact echoed through the car. The vehicle swerved, and I stopped sideways across the lane, gripping the wheel like it was the only real thing left. I jumped out. Cold rain hit my face. My heart was pounding so hard my ears rang. But there was no one there. Nobody, no blood. No scream. I ran along the roadside, shining my phone's flashlight into the bush, under the car, along the asphalt. Nothing. Then I saw it. On the wet road, slightly to the side, lay the red headscarf. The same one she had been wearing. The dress was gone. The woman was gone. Only the headscarf remained. It was heavy with rain, twisted as if it had been ripped from her head. I bent down and froze. A sudden, terrifying thought filled my mind. If I touch it, I'll take her with me. I stepped back. I memorized the exact spot, and I drove away. That was my biggest mistake. After the accident at home, I sat in the kitchen until dawn. I kept seeing her in my mind, the red dress on the dark road, the headscarf framing her face. Why was there no body? Why only the headscarf? Near morning, exhausted, I went to bed without turning off the lights. The first night's sleep came suddenly. I was back on the road, standing barefoot on cold asphalt. She was ahead of me, the woman in the red dress and red headscarf. The dress moved slightly, though there was no wind. The fabric looked heavy, real too real for a dream. She didn't move. "You saw me," she said. I woke up gasping. The first day. The next day felt unreal. Every red object caught my attention. My thoughts circled the same questions. That evening, I told my friend everything. After a long pause, he said, "I know someone. People call her a sorceress. She deals with things like this." I laughed it off. Blamed stress. He suggested going to a bar. We went, but I couldn't stay. The image of the red dress on the road wouldn't leave me. I went home early. The second night I was afraid to sleep, but exhaustion won. This dream was longer. She was closer. The woman in the red dress walked toward me. The fabric dragged softly along the road. I tried to move, couldn't. She raised her hand. Her palm was covered in blood. Her fingers broken, twisted like they'd been crushed beneath tires. She touched my chest, and it felt like she was touching something inside me. I woke up screaming, "The sorceress!" The next morning, I went to see her. She turned pale as soon as I mentioned the red dress and headscarf. "This is a bound road spirit," she said. "They attach themselves to what they were wearing when they died, and to the person who left." "But there was no body," I said. "You didn't see the end," she replied. "You saw the moment before it became final." She told me to return to the road. Find the red headscarf. Burn it where I first saw it. I searched for hours. It was gone. As night fell, I decided to return to her. The crash on the way back, an unnatural sleepiness overtook me, not fatigue. A command. I fought it, but my eyes closed. She was suddenly there, right beside me, the red dress soaked, heavy, the red headscarf removed from her head. She wrapped it around my neck. Her bloody fingers tightened. I woke up to impact. The car had gone off the road. I survived with bruises. The warning was clear. I called my friend. "The last chance back at the sorceress's house," she whispered. "If you fall asleep alone again, you may not wake up." She prepared a ritual. Salt around the bed. Holy water soaking the mattress. Candles burning. I lay down on the cold, wet bed and fell asleep instantly. The final dream she was waiting. The woman in the red dress stood before me, holding the headscarf. I forced myself to speak. "What do you want?" "Can I make it right?" She didn't answer. She stepped closer. I closed my eyes. The dream broke. I saw her alive, sitting by the roadside in the same red dress, selling fruit. A car appeared. 1 second. Impact. Her body was dragged across the road and slammed into a tree. Only the red headscarf remained. I reached for it, touched it, and woke up. Memory. This happened 20 years ago, the sorceress said. We went to the place. Under an old stump was a small grave. Anna Litvinova. I placed flowers there. I apologized. The air felt lighter. The end at home, exhausted, I fell asleep again. She appeared one last time, still in the dress, but now wearing a white headscarf. "Thank you," she said. She never returned. But when something red flashes in my headlights at night, I don't slow down. I thought it was over. After the night, she came to me wearing a white headscarf and said, "Thank you." The dream stopped. I began sleeping normally again. I stopped fearing the dark, stopped listening for her footsteps. Months passed. I almost convinced myself it had all been stress, imagination, until one morning I found a red headscarf lying on my kitchen table. The same one. I recognized it instantly. The same heavy fabric, the same knot. The same red, not just red, but too red, as if something living had soaked into it. I knew I hadn't brought it home. I knew it had been left on the road, and then disappeared. But there it was, neatly folded. I wanted to destroy it, burn it, throw it away. But I couldn't. It was a strange feeling, not fear, but a warning. As if the headscarf didn't belong to me, but had been left for me. I put it in my backpack and went to work. That day I should have died. I was crossing the street on a green light, an ordinary intersection. An ordinary morning. I took one step forward when I heard tires screaming. A truck burst into the intersection at full speed. I knew I wouldn't make it out of the way. And then someone yanked me backward, hard. I fell. The truck passed just inches from me. People screamed. Someone ran over. But I was sitting on the asphalt, unable to understand one thing. No one had touched me. Yet there was a red mark on my wrist, as if fabric had tightened around it. I opened my backpack. The headscarf was on top, warm. After that, strange things began happening. Whenever danger was close, I felt a gentle pull, as if someone was guiding me aside. Sometimes I changed my route at the last second, only to later learn there had been an accident there. I understood then. The headscarf was protecting me, but not forever. I returned to the sorceress. She looked at it and turned pale. "She's repaying a debt," she said. "You helped her leave. Now she helps you stay. Is it permanent?" I asked. She shook her head. "No, nothing like this lasts forever. When the debt is paid, the headscarf will disappear." And it did. Weeks later, it was simply gone. Not in my backpack, not at home, not in the car. But sometimes, when I'm close to danger, I still feel a light touch on my hand. And for just a moment, I think I see a red dress in the corner of my eye.